Hi, my name is Micah Magee, and I'm 16 years old. And today, there's a word we have to deal with. It's a word, especially in our teenage vocabulary, that we need to deal with. It's a word that often gets us in trouble. Mixed in a little attitude and a lot of trouble. The word is whatever. For some reason, it is so easy to fuel this word with a little attitude, sometimes a little rebellious attitude. I've gotten in trouble when I've used the word like, whatever, dude. Or how about this one? Whatever, dad. Or even worse, whatever, mom. How about when dad tells me to leave the party a little bit early so I can be home on time? Yeah, right. Whatever, dad. Or when mom says, yeah, you can go, but I would like you to have your chores done and homework before you leave. Yeah, right. Just blow it off. Whatever. But I tell you, if when I get home and I'm a little bit late or my chores and homework aren't done, trouble. But often I hear the word whatever in an apathy attitude. Like, I don't really care. Just whatever. Whatever you want. Just don't bother me. And really, whatever, when you boil it all down, is so selfish. It normally sounds like whatever I want. And I tell you, when a teenager lives a whatever I want kind of lifestyle, it gets us into trouble. Parents, how many of you, before the sermon series started, just wanted the word whatever completely wiped off the face of the world? Anyone? Because if I was a parent, I know I would. But the truth is, whatever is a good word. In fact, it's the word that I think the Lord wants us to hear today. Do you remember our memory verse? 1 Corinthians 10:31. So whether you eat or drink or whatever you do it all for the glory of God. Did you hear that? It's from the Lord. And He wants us using the word just with the right attitude. And I love this verse. It's so deep and so wide. It's so deep in theology. For the glory of God. Everything we're doing for the glory of God. And it's so deep in practice. Whatever you do, that's everything. And I want you to know from this one verse, I have gained two life directions. Two life maps, if you will. First, it reveals my purpose. I am here to give glory to God. I exist to bring glory to my King. Everything for His glory. And whatever here is a pretty huge concept, whether it's for basketball, baseball, it's soccer season, church softball, which, by the way, we have 2 wins, finally. That's better than last year. 0. Maybe it's the way I dress. Palm trees. It's got to be glorifying God. Maybe it's driving or your job. Maybe it's what you do with your time. Maybe it's what you do with your money. Everything we do for the glory of God. And also, this verse prompts my pledge. As a teenager and as a Christ follower, I want this verse to be true of me. Everything I do, everything I'm doing, I want it to be easily seen that I'm doing it to glorify God. But really, it's so easy to take the glory for yourself. It's so easy to do anything and give yourself credit. But therefore, we need to ask ourselves questions like, will this glorify God or will this glorify me? And if it is glorifying God, how? Maybe, would Jesus approve if He's standing there right next to me? Or, is this going to make Him smile? And if it does, I want to do it immediately. But if not, no can do, Cracker Jack. My purpose and my pledge. And I like to close this part of the sermon today with offering you a challenge. I know you've probably memorized this verse. It's a great verse. But I don't want you to be satisfied with just saying it or just knowing it. I want you to adopt this verse. I want you to make it your pledge and your purpose. So whether you eat or drink or whatever you do it all for the glory of God.